Rhino! This is weird. Doing like a video present thing. But oh, you just sent me an email. Yeah, you're turning 23 on the 7th. How do you feel? You getting old? Like me? Because I'm already 24 and I'm turning 25 next year. So get ready. BB ain't lying. The older you get, you're gonna start feeling shit that you don't like. Alright? So get ready. But yeah, I wanted to say happy birthday. You're turning 23. Another year that you have not died. So that's good, you know, doing it right. Known you now for 2 years, which is crazy that 2 years actually has passed by that quickly. I still remember the first day when I got there at Edison. I was just like, I don't know anybody. This is weird. I don't know what to do. Always being the very awkward, shy person that I am. But yeah, I remember those were definitely fun times. Or good times. I still remember to this day. Still remember the first time that you talked to me, and that was when they had put me to work with Mateo and Daria in missing items. I remember I don't remember what I was doing. I know I was doing something like on the tablet. I think Matt showed me how to scan something. I don't really remember. I just remember I was back there helping him out, and I remember you were on that ceiling line right behind me. And I remember like just trying to talk to Matt was very awkward and weird because he was very like thought he was gonna punch me or something. But yeah, I remember seeing you and I was like, oh, cool. There's young people here, thank God, because if there's so many old people, I don't know who I'm gonna talk to. Yeah, I remember you initiating conversation with me. Why? I have no idea. That's all on you. But yeah, I remember you being, I guess, like the front man that you are. I think, if I remember correctly, I remember you saying like, hey man, I'm Ryan, what's your name? That's what I remember. I remember you saying like, hey man, I'm Ryan, what's your name? And I was like, none of your business. But yeah, I remember it was definitely crazy that it's been that long. But yeah, imagine fast forward 2 years and we are where we are at now. A lot has happened over the 2 years. It's crazy that it's happened so quickly. It doesn't feel like it's happened that quickly either. I remember when you used to have your long hair. That was the one thing that I remember was like the biggest thing. Cause shit, I mean, trust me, when I saw Oscar, I was just like, what the fuck? But it was just like, just seeing that was definitely like the one thing that was very unique about you specifically. It was just like, wow, he has long ass hair and it's actually nice, and I'm over here worrying that I'm gonna go bald. It's funny because I remember thinking about doing this video, like video birthday thing. I remember I had it like all planned out in my head, but then I guess once you do it, it's just like, so what am I gonna say next? But yeah, I just remember getting to know you. I remember it was really weird because it was just like, I never really had that many male friends ever, and when I did, they were, it was the typical like, oh, bro dude shit that I'm used to, especially seeing around my brother. His friends are annoying. So, it was just like, it was different, it was never easy for me to make friends with guys because it's just like, it's just mentalities are so different that it's like you don't know whether or not you really can be friends. Me, I don't know if whether or not I'd be able to be friends with any guy unless they're gay, because that's the only possible way where I can find any kind of similarities. Um, like I said, I've had a few, but it's never been anything like, like I never had like a, serious or like deep or like really close friendship with a guy ever, because it's not easy. It's like I can try and talk about things personal to me, but it's like that's where like that connection kind of like finds like a brick wall. So it's just like, oh, like bro, dude, like just stop. Like, it's just it's the whole thing where it's like a lot of straight dudes, they complain about girls being too complicated. It's that whole thing where it's like I don't try to be complicated, but my mind is. So then when it's like, that's why it's very easy for me to be friends with girls, because it's like we can have that communication, we can have that, similarity where we can share stuff like that. But that was the one thing that I think I appreciated the most when I got to know you and talk to you, is that you were very, very, very open and very just, comfortable with just, talking about anything and everything. Even though you didn't really know whether or not I was gay until like a little bit later, but still, I never had that like awkwardness with you. You always just seemed very chill, very open, very like, there's no like brick wall, Oh, but yeah. And then one of the greatest memories that I have of us getting to know each other and being as close as we are now, I think it was definitely like a couple months in. Yeah, definitely a couple months in. I remember we were just talking and you were being your weird, very weird self, just saying whatever comes to your head. And I remember this is something that's definitely stuck with me, because it's, it to me, what it meant was something, like something very appreciative of you to me. I remember I don't remember what you said. I just remember you said something weird, as usual, or something just like, out of the box. And I remember you stopped and you looked at me and you were like, I honestly don't think I've ever been this comfortable with someone so quickly. And it was something along, I don't know, that was probably not the exact wording, but it was something along those lines. And I remember when you said that, it meant a lot to me, because to me it meant like, you could come to me and talk to me about anything. You can share whatever it was that you wanted, because, there's no room for judgment. There's no room for, like awkwardness or anything with me. When you get to know me, I'm the kind of person that wants to know more about someone, especially if I feel like they're worth investing, the time and the effort to get to know. And when you said that to me, that it meant a lot to me, because to me it was like, I don't know, it was like you saying that was kind of like an indication of like, oh, we can actually be really good friends. It's not just like, oh, like bro talk at work and then that's it. So it definitely meant a lot to me, and it still sticks by me to this day, because like I said, I remember that was 2 years ago. At that time, I was I was dealing with a lot, especially with dealing with guy drama, and then just being, I guess, lost in a sense. And I wasn't in the best mental place. Not that I am not that I'm in anywhere, miraculous right now, but I'm definitely in a better place now than I was 2 years ago. So, it was nice to, be somewhere new, at work. I barely knew that many people, but, knowing that there was at least someone there that I know that I could count on if I needed someone. And you made it feel like that for me. You built an environment where I could count on someone when I felt like there wasn't really anyone that I could count on. So yeah, no, so it meant a lot to me when you said that. And yeah, I also another really good memory. Another really good memory was when I think this was the first time, because remember it was still a couple months, maybe this was already within a year or maybe just a little bit less, where you had told me about Houlihan's. I'd never been there, didn't even know what that place was. But I remember you told me about it, and I remember you wanted to go eat there because obviously you were like, the food is banging. So I was like, I love food, so I definitely want to go. So then I remember, I think this was the first time that we had gone to Houlihan's. The first time that I had gone to Houlihan's when you had invited me. That was probably another one of my greatest memories with you, because if I'm correct, that same day that I'd gone to Houlihan's for the first time, I believe we had hung out till like 3 or 4 in the morning, and we were sitting on the roofs of our car. We were literally just talking, hours on end, just talking. And again, to me that means a lot, because in a sense it's like, you easily could have been doing anything better if you had anything better to be doing, or you could have just been like, like after dinner it's like, oh well, I'm gonna head home, right, peace, see ya. But no, you chose to hang out, you chose to talk to me, you chose to get to know me. And to me, it means a lot, because it's like, for me, being the way that I am, I can't. You see how I am at work. I'm very friendly with a lot of people, and I try to be very friendly. I try to be very happy with everyone, because it's just the kind of person I am. But in terms of closeness, I am careful with the people that I pick, because that's just the way that I am. It's just because it's not easy for me to be able to share a lot of personal stuff with people, because this is how I've always been. That's why, you know me, if you ask me, how many real true friends do you have, I can probably count them on one hand. People that I really feel like I can actually go to and talk to about anything, especially something that's very, very personal, very deep to me. So that night, to me, it kind of showcased, how much you cared to get to know me, how much you cared to talk to me, to me, it was like, you wanted to be my friend, you wanted to be someone in my life. So that was definitely a really, really good memory for me, because like I said, it showed that you really wanted to be my friend, and that's not easy for someone like me who can be very awkward and very shut off and closed. I don't like to share a lot of things with just anyone. If you show that you want to get to know me and that you care to listen, then I can, because then then I know that it's genuine. You actually care. So that I definitely still remember that to this day. And it's just I have a lot of good memories, but I know that there were times where things weren't the best, and I do blame myself for that, because I know, like I said, I can be very complicated, and it's hard for me to kind of get out of my own head because of how much I think about and the amount of things that I think about. And I mean, you saw it when I'd written down that message for you to read that one night. That's everything that's going on in my head, but only like half or maybe a fraction of it because there's so much more, but it's just all jumbled. It's not like, something, linear and concrete. It's just there's just so much going on through my head that I don't know how to say it or explain it, because I just don't know where to begin. Because my mind is going like a mile a minute, But yeah, I know we have had bad times, and I do blame myself for that, because I feel like I made it too complicated instead of just being more, being easier about it and just being more open and just, going to you when something bothered me. That that time period where we weren't really talking that much or even really like hanging out, that it definitely hurt, because like I said, I don't, when I become friends with someone, it's like, I give my all. I try to, even when I feel like I'm slipping up, because I just have so much going on in my head, and being the person I am, I just become secluded. So I just, I disappear in a sense. But I don't mean to do that on purpose. It's just when I feel like something bothered me or I'm hurt by something, the best way that I deal with that is just kind of being alone, which is also not good, especially for me, because I don't like being alone. But I guess I've just learned to, because it's just the kind of person that I am. But yeah, that month where we weren't really talking or hanging out, it definitely put me in a really bad place, because it just, I felt like I was losing someone really important to me, someone that really meant a lot to me. It felt like, I don't know, it felt like, it felt like I was just like abandoned in a sense. And like I said, I know I didn't make it easier because I didn't communicate what I was feeling, but it was like in that sense, it was like if you had noticed that there was something wrong, it was like, why didn't you? I can't even, I see that, and then it's like I can't even say that, because then it's like I feel like I'm blaming you, and I'm not blaming you. I know that was mainly because of me, because I just didn't communicate how I felt. And again, at that time, I was going through a lot, in my mental space, so I didn't make it any easier. But yeah, I just kind of felt like I was just, tossed to the side and just kind of like abandoned, but by someone that I, trusted with everything. There isn't anything I have never told you, because that's the type of person that you are to me. You're someone that I can go to and tell you anything and everything, because you're important to me, and I believe that you care about me and my well-being. You want to make sure that I'm okay. So yeah, that was that time period was really hard. I was, going through like a really, really strong like period of like depression, because like I told you, I've dealt with that. I used to deal with that a lot worse when, like, years ago, when I was in school, and I wasn't really happy. So, it's things that can, I guess, like trigger that, where then I start to kind of like, I can't get out of my head. So then I start to, just kind of wallow in all of that, negativity. I know it's bad, but it's not easy to get out of, But yeah, I feel like that's just kind of like that comes with, I guess, the territory of, caring so much about the people that are in your life. So it's like, you know, in any kind of relationship, doesn't matter if it's friends or family or partners, you know, it won't always be perfect and happy. There are probably times that are not going to be the best. But I think it's in those bad times where it's like you have to tell yourself whether or not that person is worth making the effort to make things better. But aside from all that though, aside from the bad times that we've probably had, which aren't many, but they, like I said, it hurt a lot only because, you know, how much you mean to me. So it was definitely hard to get over it. But, you know, you always make the effort to, I guess, reassure me that, you know, you do understand, that you do care, that you try your hardest to make sure that, you know, everything's okay. And that's the one thing that I appreciate the most, because, and to me it shows that you know, I do mean something, you know, that I am important to you in your life. But yeah, I mean, yeah, besides all of those moments, you know, we've had a lot of fun and great moments, many times that I've laughed hysterically, many times that you shared things with me, and it's meant a lot to me that you do open up to me, because you know, like I said, it's not easy for me. I can only imagine how hard it could be for you to be that open with someone. And like I know you said, it's definitely, it's not, you know, simple or easy, because of the whole, like, oh, you know, you're so used to, you know, dudes and bros, you know, like that's the, you know, like that's the kind of, like, you know, mentality you go into in the beginning when you make friends with a guy. But I know that it's probably a lot different when it's, you know, with someone that's gay, because it's a whole different kind of, like, mental space that you're traversing with that person. But I do appreciate everything that you have done, you know, the things that you've tried to, you know, understand, you know, you've been very, you know, been open to understanding. And yeah, you know, the one thing that I always remember is all the, you know, all the good times, all the things that you've done for me, that I've been, you know, one too many. You know, you've always been there to help me out in any way that I needed you to help me. Like the time that I hurt my wrist, you know, and I wanted to cry, because I just felt so, you know, vulnerable, and, you know, it's so broken. You know, because again, you know, I make it complicated, you know, I get into my head, but it's hard not to, because it's just the kind of person that I am. But you were the first person there to try and help me in any way that you can, to help me feel better. You know, same thing with my foot. When I hurt my foot, you know, you took the time, you know, that I needed help, and you were there to help me. You know, taking the chance with me and teaching me so much that you have taught me at work, you know, having that respect, that trust, because I know you don't trust a lot of people there. I know that you keep that, you know, circle of trust very small, and I'm grateful that I am part of that, and that you haven't lost any trust in me, that you still believe in me, you know, that you still make the effort, that you still look at me as, like, you know, oh, you know, if there's someone that I have to go to, if there's someone that I have to trust, you know, one person that I know I could go to is Matt. So yeah, it means a lot to me. And yeah, it's just, all the fun that we've had, all the memories that we've had. And I know things change over time, depending on just how, life works. When I first met you, we were both just warehouse associates, and now things have drastically changed in just a period of 2 years. So I know that things do change. Things won't be like what they used to be. That doesn't mean that things are worse. It just means that things are different. That doesn't mean that things can't be better, and I know that they can be better. It's just the whole thing of getting used to that change. And it has been good change, obviously. Things have changed for the better for each of us. But yeah, this video probably is longer than you probably want it to be. Considering you don't want to just sit there watching a video forever. But yeah, this was. It's like I said, it's been 2 years that I've known you, so it's not like this isn't a thing where it's just like, oh no, yeah, it's just my friend Ryan. No, at this point it's not like that anymore. It's like you're, to me, you are one of my best friends. One of the best people in my life that I definitely can't imagine living my life without you around. You're someone that's very, 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 very important to me. Someone that I'm not just gonna easily just drop you and let you go. That's not gonna happen. It's been 2 years. I'm not planning on letting that happen ever. All right, you've been here for 2 years. You can be here for the rest of it. Okay. But yeah, I can only imagine what the future's gonna hold for both of us. I expect you to still be around for that long, and I will still be around to see the changes that happened in your life. I'll always be there for you no matter what it is that you need. I want you to know that I am someone that you can count on for anything. And I know you are very independent, which is something that I admire about you. But I want you to remember just how many people around you care about you, want the best for you, and are there to help out in any possible way that they can, because you mean a lot to them. You mean a lot to me. That's why whenever you need help with something, whenever you're going through something that might be difficult, I want you to know that yes, I know you can do it alone, but you don't have to. When you know that there's people there that are willing to help you and support you, you don't have to do it alone anymore. You can, because I know you can. I know you're very capable of doing it on your own. You always have been, but you don't have to do it like that all the time. You know that you can count on people. You know that there are people there that will be there for you, myself included. Whenever it is that you need help, whenever you're struggling with something, whenever you're having trouble with something, you can come to me. I will help you in any possible way that I can. Even if you feel like I can't, you coming to me and asking me for help means more, because it's like you're willing to allow yourself to be vulnerable in a sense, where you go and ask for help, but not because you can't do it, but because if you know that you can have someone help you to make it easier, to make it better, then do it. I'll always be there for you no matter what, and no matter what situation is gonna be. I'll always be there to help you out, and no matter what situation you're in, no matter what it is that you need, I will always do I'll always go above and beyond to do whatever it is that I can to help you out, because that's how much, you know, you mean to me. But yeah, since I don't want to keep this video too long, I do want to tell you about the gifts that I bought you. It's 3 different gifts that I had seen, you know, searching around. I was thinking like, you know, what is it that I can get Ryan that, you know, I know that he'll really like or love and appreciate. And, you know, it's something that has to mean something to you. And, you know, I found 3 gifts that I definitely thought they were perfect, but one of them definitely is one that probably means the most out of all of them to me, you know, giving it to you. One of them, which will be in a bag that I'm going to, you know, like label like, oh, you know, gift 1, gift 2, gift 3, because I want you to just, you know, I want you to go through them in order. Gift 1 will be a shirt that I bought that's like it's a partner shirt, it's a set. It's 2 shirts, and it's kind of like, you know how like people get like those lockets, like those friend lockets or whatever, that like, you know, it's like it comes in 2 pieces, but when you put them together it's one. I found a set of shirts that says partner in crime, and you have you know, the one side of it, and then I have the other. Let me see if I can grab it so I can show you mine. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, alright, I'm back. Alright, so opening up gift 1, you should, I believe, yes, this is yours. Yes, so this will be yours. It says I cry, but that's just because it's half of it. The other half, which is mine, says in me. But obviously, you know, when you put them together, it's supposed to say partner in crime. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but let me see if I can try and hang it here. Okay, let me see if I can hang this one here. See if it's possible. See if it's possible, is it? Balls. So yeah, see, it says partner in crime. But yeah, I saw that when I was scrolling through a bunch of gifts, and I was like, you know what, I want to buy him that. You know, I mean, it's a shirt that you could wear whenever. We don't have to wear it at the same time, but it's just I thought it was like a fun little gift that I saw. I was like, oh, you know, that's cool. You know, I'll get him that shirt. You know, he'll have half, and then I'll have the other half. You know, so that's gift 1. Gift 2 is this cute little like lockbox that has like a bunch of like phrases written on like little hearts inside. I think it's like 15. I might be wrong. I'd have to count it again. I don't remember, but it's a bunch of phrases that, you know, I guess it showcases what you mean to me, and I thought that was a little bit more, you know, sentimental, more personal. I was hoping to get them engraved with my own phrases, but they didn't have that option, so I just got the option where they already had phrases set on them. I'm gonna get that right now so I can show you, okay? I mean, you have it, but I just you know, Alright, so this is gift 2, which says reasons why you are my bestie. I don't know why I thought I read that wrong. Yeah, so it's really tiny. It's in a little wooden box, and you just, when you lift it up, you don't have to like pull it up. It's just kind of like a little latch. You just pull it up slightly, and then it'll just open up. And then you'll see stuff like, you know, this is, you know, stuff that, it's like little phrases that are supposed to be from me to you. It's like, you never judge. You make me laugh so much that tears run down my legs. You wipe my tears away. You support me and make me feel like I can do anything. You know, when I saw it, I was like, you know, this is definitely something very personal that I'd want to get you, because, you know, although they're not the, you know, these, you know, I did want to write like my own phrases to make it even more personal, because, you know, then you know that it's, you know, this is definitely something from me. But nevertheless, you know, all the phrases that are written on them, you know, speak, you know, it's truth in the kind of person that you mean to me. So yeah, so I bought that because I was like, I wanted to buy something more personal, so I bought you this one. And then the last one, gift number 3, which is my favorite, because to me it means a lot to me and what it represents. I'll open it up right now. And funny enough, I guess you never noticed it, but I've actually been carrying this one around with me already on my keys since I got it. Obviously, it was, I was hoping that you wouldn't see it, which you didn't. Thank God, you never noticed it, so that's good. But let me see if I can get out of here. So it's these like little lockets, these little like keychains of Winnie the Pooh. And the way it is I'm holding, I guess, yours, because you're Pooh. No, you're not fat, okay? It's like in the friendship of Pooh and Piglet, I see you more as Pooh, I see myself more as Piglet, okay? Not because of size, okay? So shut up, okay? So I'm holding on to yours, which is Pooh, and the one I'm giving you to hold on to is from Piglet. It's a question, so it says, "We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh?" And then yours says, if you're Pooh, it says even longer. So when I saw that, that one definitely was something I definitely wanted to give to you as a way to show, I guess, the kind of friendship that I hope that we'll have, going into the future. It's like, I hope that, you're someone that I know will be in my life for, ever, for as long as literally humanly possible, because, you've shown to me that you are, you're my, to me, you're my best friend. You're one of the closest people. You're the only best friend that I've ever had that really felt like the friendship happened like organically, in a sense where it's like, it didn't happen because like, oh, like you needed something from me, or like, oh, like accidental or anything. It was just, we could have easily had never spoken to each other ever, when I started working at Box. But the fact that you made the effort to even, want to get to know me, and the fact that you continued, like that, to me, that's another really big memory. Was the first day that I think you talked to me, I remember all day, all you did was just ask me questions upon questions upon questions. And meanwhile, I'm over here like, why does he care? But because again, I was in a different headspace 2 years ago. Now I realize that was, that meant a lot to me, because you cared to get to know me. You made the effort to talk to me, to ask me stuff, to want to get to know me. So it means a lot to me. So that's why I got you that gift, because I hope as the future continues, you'll definitely be someone that's going to be in my life, still there to help me, to support me, to push me when I need to get pushed, because I know I can be very brick wall-ish. But yeah, so this video is very long. I probably did cut out some parts to make it a little shorter, because I know you're probably not gonna want to just sit there for like almost an hour watching a whole video. But yeah, I just wanted to say again, I care about you, I love you, you're my best friend, you're someone that means the world to me, because you've done so much for me, and you cared so much over these past 2 years. So I just wanted to show, like my gratitude towards you for everything that you've done and for still sticking around. So yeah, so I want to say happy birthday. You're turning 23. I'm assuming we will be doing something for your birthday. We better be, bitch. All right, don't disappear on me. We're gonna be doing something for your birthday. I don't give a shit. I don't care. You don't want to celebrate your birthday. We're gonna celebrate your birthday. All right, cool, awesome. So yeah, happy birthday. Love you. And I hope you have an awesome birthday. You know, whatever you have planned. Even if you don't have any plans, we'll do something. So yeah, I'm gonna let you go. It's probably been a very long video. So yeah, bye.